It's the new wave.
Hey y'all, I'm Jonathan Brown, and today we're with DJ SaucyD. We've seen you DJ at prolific events such as Night Shift, Mosh Pit, Apollo, Free Wi-Fi Fest, and Harris House of Heroes. What has changed since you started DJing?
The notoriety I've gotten. I've only been DJing for it's going on 2 years. So I would say the pace that I went is really what changed, and the people I've met. To even get to those events that you've named, I've met these people in little small places. For Night Shift, I met Seven just meeting up with a friend, for a drink one day. And then out of nowhere, a couple months later, we make a connection. He's like, you want to do this party with me? I'm like, sure, And it's just all about, when I do these gigs, I really like to just really just make it count, really impress them so I can keep the connection going. So I can say that's really what's changed, just the connections, the people I've met, man, and really just my skill level as well, so.
Why do you put butter in your cereal?
Okay, bro. Bro, can we not?
And which cereal is the best with butter? I've been wondering this because I want to try it.
Bro, okay, look. That was a whole trolling thing on Twitter, I swear. I was just trolling. Bro, think about putting butter in your cereal. Come on.
It sounded like you were dead ass though.
No, bro, think about how that'll mess your stomach up. Bro, I don't do that. I just laying in bed one night just thinking of something funny. I don't know, bro, but no, I do not put butter in my cereal.
Okay.
But if we got to get on the topic of my favorite cereal, I do like Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know because I really thought.
You really thought that, bro?
Yes.
Nah, I'm not that weird, bro. I promise you. Not weird at all.
Oh, man. I can tell you're really passionate about DJing because of the story of you going crazy on your board, and you went so crazy that your hand started bleeding. What makes you passionate in DJing? What makes you passionate about DJing?
Bro, you really pay attention. I like that. But actually, to elaborate on that, my hand bleeding, that was actually at the first Night Shift party I did on New Year's Eve. And when I looked up after I was scratching during my set, I looked up and my hand was bleeding, but I'm like, why is it bleeding? It was super cold as well. So I was just I took it as that, and I had looked to my friend Scratch, and I was like, bro, my hand's bleeding. He's like, bro, that's the passion in it. And that's why I made the tweet. But that's how passionate I am about DJing, bro. When it comes to it, I honestly never thought I would do it. My dad's been a DJ for over 10 years. And just growing up, listening to the music, listening to him practice at night, as soon as he got off of work up until probably 2, 3 a.m., my ear was just trained and tuned to that music. And over time, I just grew a passion for music in general. Just became a big hip hop head, pop head, rock head, whatever you want to call it. I love all genres really, to be honest. So my passion level, I really can't even explain it, bro. It's just straight from the heart. And another thing, when it comes to my passion for DJing, I hardly set up set lists. It's to the point where I get a gig, I read the crowd, and that's what I do. It's just, I wing it, simple.
So that was actually a good segue because that was the next topic I was going to talk about. What impact has your father had on you DJing?
Really just his hustle, honestly. I can say that one thing, of course my parents have taught me a lot, but how I am today, what they have taught me is watching their hustle has motivated me to, just grind, do whatever I got to do. So that's really what's impacted me, his knowledge on music and also his hustle with DJing when it comes to that, because he DJs every weekend, and as do I. Now it's getting to the point where I DJ during the week. So that's how he's impacted me, man, just backing me up, supporting me with it and everything.
So let's talk about 214 versus the world. You're combining art, fashion, music, and drinks for 214 versus the world.
Yeah.
You're presenting this event. So what can we expect from this event?
You can just expect just pure rage, great talent. I have been planning this show for months, really, honestly, since last year. The title was gonna be totally different. The inspiration that I had for it, it just got better over time. But basically what you can expect from it is just pure talent, nothing but fun, and organization. Definitely organization. I am DJing my own event. but I have like some of Dallas's best local artists coming out, you know, and really my aim is to mix crowds as well. I really just want them to get more exposure than they already have, you know, because the thing about me when I DJ, I really just appreciate artistry more than anything. So that's why I'm always telling artists like, hey, hit my email, send me your music, please, like, because I'm definitely gonna drop it, like, you know, free of charge, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, we're like, DJs are like the A&Rs of the streets, you know, so we have to push that. But basically from this event, just pure fun, man. I just want people to come out and just enjoy themselves, like really have a great time. Like I even like have the set time, the end of it, like the last 40, 45 minutes, we're just gonna party. Like that's it, you know? Like, so it's straight organization. That's what you can expect, pure fun, so.
Both of us have extremely similar music taste.
Right.
Yet we both know that sometimes your personal music taste and the crowd's music taste don't align with each other. When DJing, do you DJ based on your personal taste, or do you compensate your personal taste to satisfy the crowd's preference?
The crowd's preference, because at the end of the day, it's not about me and what I want to hear. It's about them. You know, that goes back to why I was saying, like, I read the crowd. But I do make sure my library is loaded with music, you know, just in case there's a different type of crowd, you know, different demographics as well. So, but yeah, definitely, it's not always about me. It's definitely about the crowd, the people that come out to listen to me, or the people that never heard me before, and I can look at them and just tell, like, you want to hear this song, you know? So, yeah, definitely the crowd's preference.
You've gotten cosigns from Big Sean, Corday, and Travis Scott. How does it feel knowing that high-profile people are paying attention to your accomplishments?
Bruh, that, oh man, I'm so geeked about that, like even that question. It means a lot to me, honestly. It happened first with Corday, getting on stage with him, him just noticing my energy in the crowd, that felt amazing. Being on that stage as well. With Big Sean, that was even crazier. But with Travis, man, like all my supporters, my people, my family, my friends, they know how much I love Travis. So to know that these high profile people are actually watching me means that I'm doing something right. And I'm gonna continue to do it. Simple, like I can't stop. And honestly, those are just signs to not let up. Also a sign that what I'm doing is not a mistake. I'm not just wasting my time here. You know, I'm not just taking gigs and, you know, just playing music, push and play. No, like I'm mixing, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm putting out great content. So to know that, like, it really means the world. Like, it shows me that one day I'm gonna get there. And I feel like it'll be very soon, honestly. You know, thanks, so I appreciate that, man. Like, I really do. Like, one thing I do is think about my future all the time, daily, around the clock. Like, even the opportunities that I get before a gig, I think about it. And I'm just like, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's just how much passion I have for it. So to get, like, you know, cosigns from heads up from them without like doing as much, you know. Some people would say I do a lot, but I feel like, you know, kind of like Mamba mentality, you know, job's not done. I feel like I don't do enough. So if I'm doing this little, and for them to notice, like, there's no telling what else I can do. The things I have planned, once I execute them, it's gonna be crazy. So.
Have you ever thought about building a DJ and artist relationship? For example, Future has DJ Esco, Lil Uzi with DJ Drama and Don Cannon, and Travis Scott with Chase B. And if so, then with which Texas artist?
Definitely want a DJ artist relationship. That's really like one of my aims, you know. I really want to go on tour, like that's crazy. But with one Texas artist already with him, his name is Ali Mozart. That's like my brother, man. He's like a really, really insane artist. Like, I could be in the studio with him. I've never seen him pick up a pen, and it's always just like straight off the mouth, off the dome. Like, it's crazy, man. So him, definitely, he's the one that I'm sticking with, that I want to work with, as well as me venturing into production with him, trying to, you know, find a producer and an engineer. I feel like if I continue to listen to him and tune my ear to his sound, that one day I'll be his producer. You know what I'm saying? And there's no telling what we can accomplish with my work ethic, his work ethic. Like, it could go crazy. The connections that I have and everything. So yeah, definitely him. So y'all be on the lookout. Ali Mozart, for sure.
How would you describe the Dallas hip-hop scene?
The Dallas hip-hop scene is actually very creative and very versatile, I would say. I I have, you know, a bunch of favorites, and there are some people that I'm just now diving into, but I would describe it, like I said, creative, versatile, and really just really energetic, you know? Like, really the hip hop scene, it doesn't stop. Like, they pour out music all the time, or any performance that they have. It's always energetic, always just pure energy. And like one thing that I do with the hip hop scene, I'm always going to events or different parties or different concerts, seeing these artists. I like to pay attention to what they do. So eventually keep them logged up like in a book. Like I actually have a book, like a journal where I keep these artists logged so I can call them back and be like, I want you on my show, you know, type thing. So I actually just really love the hip hop scene, like the Dallas scene in general, even if it's not hip hop, if it's R&B, somebody who's an R&B artist, love it. You know, I just love what they do. It's their art, you know what I'm saying? So I can never tell them what they're doing is trash or anything, you know? And it's always progressing as well. That's the main thing.
Let's talk about your solo trip to New York City. Okay. What was it like in New York City?
Oh man, bro, you really do your research. I love it. It was very inspirational, man. You know, New York, especially in Times Square, that's a city just full of lights, you know. One thing that I did aim to do, given that, you know, everything that I went through this past year with COVID, and, you know, everybody went through something during quarantine, I really just needed to find myself, you know. And I told myself, New York City, it's a big city in its own, but New York itself is a big state. I came back with a lot of inspiration. I came back fearless, and really just ready to take on whatever. I took that trip just to get my mind right, to step out of my comfort zone and to just tell myself that like, hey, you can do this, you know, like you're gonna be okay by yourself. I went soul searching, went to just practice self-love in general, you know, and most people, you know, thought I was down there on business and everything. Yes, I did make connections, but honestly, it was there to just have fun, you know, because that's what like life is all about. Like I don't take life as seriously. You know, my craft, I take it seriously, but life, you still have to live it to the fullest. So that's what it taught me. And coming back from New York, honestly, just made me want to go on more solo trips. Like I'm traveling like solo dolo from here on out, or unless, you know, like a festival or anything, you know, travel with some friends. But, you know, if I feel like I need to take a mental trip, that's what I'll call it, you know, I'll just go by myself and I'll be just fine. So yeah, definitely, I'll say, when I came back, that's when like all my ideas started to spark. I know when I came back, yeah, that's when I did the cacti photo shoot. So coming back and then coming back to that, it was wild. So yeah.
You stated that taking that leap and going to a city I wasn't familiar with by myself was scary. But that fear immediately went away as soon as I stepped foot in the city. Would you consider New York your home away from home?
Yeah. I would consider it that, you know, like hopefully, like I was saying, I did take the trip just to, you know, just to have fun and go do some soul searching and everything. When I go back, I really do hope it's for business, you know, for DJing and everything. I would consider it my home away from home because I even met some people down there that are like willing to just hang with me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely a beautiful city. Definitely took that leap just to get it, like I said, out of my comfort zone. And my whole life, I've been like sheltered as a kid. Really just started like living my life probably like when I was like 19, you know? So, and then, you know, encountering certain people and not knowing as much as they know, I feel like I have to go and learn it on my own. And the only way you can really learn anything is by experience. So why not experience it by myself, you know? True. So yeah, I definitely would consider it my home away from home. Like I love New York, man. Like, people, you know, they think New York, oh, big, scary, or the people who dream big think of it like this is a place of big dreams. This is where you can find like total inspiration. And like, say for instance, you think of certain states like, you know, of like celebrities and everything. The two that come to mind are New York and Cali.
Yeah.
Of course. So those two places, and those are the only two places I've traveled to out of state, well, except Louisiana. Those are the two places where I feel like it would be home for me.
One of your biggest lessons of 2020 was to stop being so friendly. Do you feel people within the scene mistake your kindness for weakness?
I can say that the reason why that was my biggest lesson is because I encountered some people who just, you know, did take my kindness for weakness. Even like in high school, you know, of course, we've all been there. If you just have like a good heart and you're just really kind, a lot of people run over you, you know? So yes, me being too friendly caused me to lose a lot of friends. caused me to be blind to what people were doing to me or saying about me. Sometimes, you know, you think people talk behind your back. Sometimes they're talking to you face to face, like, you know, like, no, I don't like you, I don't respect you. So, no, like the scene, everything's good. Like, I love the people in the scene. These people are giving me a big platform, and I feel like we really support each other, honestly. So, I can say, like I said, that was my biggest lesson. I don't make the same mistake twice. I feel like I'm learning, you know, because I haven't had any issues lately. It's just been me by myself, and if I'm with other people, I'm working with them. So it's all about my craft, it's all about DJing, and it's just pure love and respect for me. You know, I'm all about peace, love, and positivity. So I'm learning how to balance it, let me say. I can still be friendly and kind, but also be assertive and demand what I want. That's another reason why I went to New York. You know, the people down there are rough. So I came back and I was a little more assertive and, you know, just about letting people know what I want, you know, when I want it, this is how I want it done. And people even know what to expect from me professionally when it comes to my craft. So